Hi, and welcome to video 3 for some more guidance and some outlines on the assignment structure for your final piece of work for the PGCE. Hopefully by this point you've got the idea that embedded into the practice is the idea of reflective practitioner. So in assignment 1 you look quite closely at reflective models and at the ideas that underpin them and use that reflective model really quite overtly in order to structure your assignment. In assignment 2, when you were reflecting on the teaching and learning that was taking place in either mathematics or English, you again used the model, but perhaps it was a little more under the radar as part of that. In this third assignment, the reflective models are not going to be mentioned overtly, but again, that process of reflection should still underpin what you're doing. So, assignment 3 will start by looking again at the setting, using a maths or English topic to drive the ideas and to drive your thinking and reflection on assessment. But we're not going to think particularly about the teaching and learning, we're going to think about the ways you are assessing that learning. But you should still have an idea, as discussed with your tutor and your mentor or classroom teacher in school, about the subject area that you're going to focus on. The second part of the assignment after that introduction is going to be looking at the nature of assessment. What is the landscape of assessment that takes place in your school? You can start off by drawing on those wider assessment landscapes from national and even international perspectives, looking at the context and climate and influences from policy and practice. Look at the practice particularly that are being operated in your school and looking around assessment in those key and big areas of formative, summative, diagnostic and baseline, and what those things mean, obviously drawing very heavily on the assessment literature. When you've done that, you're going to carry on and think about, well, how do those apply in my classroom? And the big section of this final assignment is looking at your own practice, using that topic area that you've outlined at the beginning of your assignment to explore the kind of assessment strategies that are being used to fulfill those wider assessment areas, formative, summative, baseline and diagnostic. That might include questioning, use of teaching assistants, differentiation, feedback, marking, self-assessment, peer assessment, etc., etc. There's a whole range of these that were discussed in your input sessions and which I'm sure you'll discuss with your classroom teacher, your mentor and your colleagues, as well as being supported from the reading that you're doing. As ever, the final section is a short conclusion where you reflect on the practice that you've seen, the practice that you've undertaken, and the things that you've read, and consider how you now need to continue to develop your own practice. I'm going to emphasise again to try to be positive in this section. Don't beat yourself up about the things that you're not doing or the things that you think you're doing badly. Be positive about the things that are going well and areas that you need to encourage and develop. Remember, you're just starting your teaching journey. It isn't time yet to get too concerned about needing to improve. We all need to improve. Good luck with this final assignment, and I hope you enjoy writing it.